Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Heart Divine, and this is the June 2015 forecast for Cancers. To those who have their sun sign in Cancer, rising sign, and moon sign as well. If you don't know your rising and moon sign, please do check it through a free birth chart calculator in which you can find on Google by inputting your date of birth and exact time of birth. So before anything else, I have to sincerely apologize because I haven't really uploaded the rest of the signs for June 2015. I have various reasons in which I thought I uploaded yesterday, but I just realized earlier that it actually failed to upload. So it wasn't really successfully uploaded. So yeah, I've been having a serious internet troubles lately. My connection isn't really the best, or maybe it's my own computer that is not working so well right now. So sorry for that. Also, there's nothing really I can do but blame it to the Mercury retrograde for doing this. Um, and also, I have mentioned in my earlier video in which I am thinking of uploading after maybe this video to let you know of the reasons why I haven't finished doing my readings to all the signs for the month of June. So yeah. So again, this is the forecast for the June 2015 forecast for Cancer. Again, this is a general reading for all cancers out there. It may or may not resonate with everyone, but please do check your rising and moon sign as it may give you more in-depth and details on what is to come for you for the month ahead. And it may resonate with you more. It goes different with different people anyways. So yeah. Um, Cancer for the month of June, I decided to lay out and show you the oracle cards that I have picked out um, as from when I was meditating earlier and checking out the cards before doing this video. Oh, just to let you guys know, I always do my videos on the spot unless so I'm not practicing anything, any type of reading. I'm just going along with what I'm feeling in the cards as I am recording this video. So anyway, I just noticed that um, since most of the cards that I pick out are more of a clarification advice, it would be just practical that I include them during the first reading so you could get more details rather than repeating the process later later as the reading ends. So anyway, the first card I got for you is Cord. I think Aries got this card as well. The second card I had for you is the Serpent. Yeah, Serpent. And then the third card I had for you is Spiral. So I'll set this aside for now. So yeah, I have casted the runes and meditated with the cards. So now Cancer. This one can be very frustrating for you depending on how you will see it and how you will um depending on how you will view it is probably the right term to use. There it comes to a point wherein there's a sense of being restless. Like it makes me feel that maybe it's because of the Gemini energy adding to the mix. So this doesn't really give you the most comfortable month because due to you not being able to make uh, anything. It's like you decide you wanted to do one thing and then decide to do another. It's like you're being a Gemini in such a way. But the thing is, you're a Cancer, you're not a Gemini. And this may be hard on you because it's not really the person that you are, it's not really who you are. Um, so, some kinds of trouble might be going on here. But mostly Cancer, it's not really the type of trouble in dealing with other people. It's mostly the type of trouble that deals with your own self. It's like you're self-sabotaging yourself or having some emotional conflict within yourself. So it's that kind of thing. There's a lot of frustrations going on in your life this month. And there may came to a point wherein you tend to be negative. But the thing is, Cancer, at the very least, for most cancers that I know, you easily think negatively. And with Gemini in the air for the month of June, it gets stronger. You think more negatively. But what you don't know is that a change is actually coming to a head here. And this change is actually something that is good for you and which is better for you. The only problem here is that you don't see it the way it really is. So this is actually saying how clouded your decision making is or your mind is at this time. You may feel restless as if nothing is happening no matter what you do, those kinds of stuff. I do believe that you should be careful of your thoughts because it affects what you do at the present moment. So, in other, in a different term, I guess you could say that you're getting more impulsive this month. Well, there, you are rarely impulsive, Cancer, but with so much thoughts and confusion filling up your mind, you just cannot help but be impulsive. So, yeah, a lot of issues and problems would actually be more on the root of your emotions. Because if you are in a situation wherein you usually forgive people, you usually don't mind certain things, suddenly this month you may come to a point wherein you mind and you care, and this gives you trouble because there are things that you might not be able to accept anymore. So it's saying here that you need to stay strong regardless of what happens for you this month because the energy that you are going through will definitely pass. Also, one of the lessons for you this month is to learn to let go of things and learn to be more trusting. A lot of cancers that I know, especially my best friend, has trusting issues. I don't know why, but they tend to have great trusting issues, whether it's personal, family, or well, not family usually, but more on personal life, career, and especially their love life. It's like they need something tangible all the time. They need something to hold on to. And that's usually one of their problems because if they are not grasping the situation at hand, they feel lost. And the lesson here is telling you more about what is binding you. Is Are you binded into a relationship, or are you holding someone too tightly? In any case, what no matter how this may play out, it still indicates restriction for you. And you just need to, and for you to move forward, you have to let it go. You can't always guard someone to see that, to say that, um, at the very least, I have a relationship. That those kinds of stuff. If something isn't working out, it really won't work out, Cancer. And that is the message here. You just have to let things go. You just have to let things happen as it is. That is what I meant. And another here is that it is telling you that you shouldn't feel so restless because you have the power and ability to rise in any kinds of challenges you may encounter this month. Yes, it is going to be a challenging month, depending on how you will view it, depending on how you will see it. The thing here is that not all cancers are very strong. A lot of them are vulnerable and always tend to be emotional and restless and such. But can but most of you guys are really really powerful, and once you know how to handle certain situations, once you know how to deal with certain things, you will be able to get the best out of the situation at hand. um, the serpent here says a lot about power and how powerful you are right now, Scorpio. Sorry, Cancer. And when I see the snake here, the snake isn't really a bad omen or anything like that. A lot of people think that snake is about temptation. Yes, it could be temptation. What are you tempted about? Are you thinking of doing this or that? Will it lead to a good cause, or would it lead to making things much more terrible? You can see it in that way depending on how you view on certain things. But for me and for this spread that I have right now, the message of the serpent here is more about shedding skin. And snakes do shed its skin. And it's telling you that you may experience something that you have to overcome, or outgrowing something that um, outgrowing something that you, what do you call this, outgrowing something of the old, outgrowing something in your life from what is working and what is not, that kind of thing. It's also telling you more about that instead of you thinking about certain situations and making some um, make make up stories in your mind that confuses you, that creates deception in you. Not What I'm getting here is that the deception you are getting is not from other people but within yourself. So this actually means that you might be creating problems because of the way you think, because of the way you are being confused and such and so forth. So yeah, what I'm getting here is that instead of doing that, instead of talking to yourself, thinking too much, and doing things that you might regret, it is a time for you to observe what you really want and what you don't want. Learning to have boundaries, the healthy ones, and also it is like a gift of intimacy towards you from the heavens or so. Um, It lets you observe how you crave or avoid close contact with other people. The thing with a lot of cancers out there is that they are not like Scorpios. They are not that gutsy to say what's on their mind. They always think of the other person. They are nurturing like that, and they're very, very loving. But the thing is, this is a time for you to release what needs to be released. You need to express yourself. If you have tons of energy to spare within you, you let loose. If you feel that you can take it anymore, maybe you have to confront someone, something, or a situation. There is something that you cannot hold back anymore, regardless if this leads to destruction or arguments or so. This is something that needs to be done for you to move forward. So, yeah. Mm, Also, Cancer, the thing is, another thing here is that you have so much things, so much good things are being drawn upon you. It's like you're not seeing the big picture here. It, you might feel that you have nothing, you might feel that your life is a mess, your life is not happy, and so forth. But really, it's just that you keep on thinking and what is not working, and you don't think about what is working. You don't see the blessings that are showering down upon you. The spiral card that we got earlier here is a card of attraction. A lot of things are coming towards you in your life. It's just that what you have to keep in mind that is there are things that comes into your life that is what you need in order to move forward, but this need may be things you don't want. So this need that you have built in your mind may be something that you need to release for the positive things and good things to happen. So what do you need to release, Cancer? Also, you also may need to keep in mind that mm, change is coming for you. The spread overall here talks about releasing and letting go, but I don't really feel that this means that you have to release someone in your life. It just could mean that you may have to release a certain attitude that you have um, that that you have somewhat had an habit of. Like if you have a habit of saying, I feel sad, even though it's not really, even though the situation is not really that sad of an experience, maybe it can disappoint you in a way, in a bit, but you keep saying that you're sad. Most cancer tends to manifest things very quickly, even though they don't realize it. As they keep saying, I'm sad, I'm sad, I'm sad, things really happen wherein they become sad. It's just law of attraction, and it's real and true. So you may need to get rid of that habit no matter how hard it is. Also, it's saying here that I'm going to repeat again. Try not to reject things that you need but may not want, and those you want but may not need. So right this month is a time wherein you have to check in with what is your want and what is your need. For example, you wanted to be in a relationship with this person, but is that what you need? You wanted to keep this relationship, but it is becoming very toxic and it doesn't promote unconditional love at all. Maybe you need to release this person for another relationship to come in. On another note, what do you really want? Um, are you sure? Sorry. I mean, do you really think that you need this relationship? What is the reason why you say you need to keep this relationship? Is it because you invested too much time, energy, money, and so forth to keep it all going? Do you even really wanted a relationship, or do you really just want to have someone to be with you? Maybe you just wanted to have someone to take care of, someone who will listen to your rants, someone who will be there for you, being affectionate and passionate with you. Those kinds of stuff. Um, this month is more of being much more clearer of your needs and your wants. But then again, those are just the things that you may need to keep on mind because as with the spread, especially during maybe the first few weeks of June, you might be feeling the Mercury retrograde energy quite a lot. And just because June 11 has come to pass doesn't mean that Mercury retrograde is all over. You still need to have 2 weeks of that energy before it all comes to full direct Mercury. So you may struggle a bit. Any kinds of decisions or thought patterns you have may not be of the best. There are things you might need to let go of. There are things you may need to release. But do know, Cancer, that no matter what happens, this is all for the good. This is all for you. This is releasing what's not working, releasing the old, releasing all those negative attachments so that the positive things could come into your life in full zone, in full speed, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I hope this resonates with you, and don't worry, Cancer. You're a very, very lucky person, and your career. Oh yeah, I have forgot to mention that your career is really, really good. So if you don't want to focus on personal relationships, just focus on your career because it's all going well. Anyways, thank you for listening and watching. I hope the reading resonated with everyone. And yeah, please like, subscribe, and comment below. And see you next month, Cancer.